B072.
Hang on. Isn't this referring to Aisha's squad?
Yes, that's what I thought too. The way they described how they looked, the technology they used, their firearms, and especially the mention of the rose of Aisha's weapon. Everything fits, down to the bullet specs.
That means Aisha's squad survived the Void Storm. They made it to VV072.
It seems that way, but there's no record of what happened to them. If the Vulgus had killed them, it would be in these records. But there's nothing further after an entry saying they lost the targets. It's complicated. Anyway, Descendant, I'll go over this with HQ and get back to you.
Descendant, I need to speak with you in private. Can you spare a minute?
Hi there. Do you have some DNA that needs analyzed? Ah, Descendant, I've been waiting for you. While analyzing the genetic map of our furry friend, I came across an interesting feature. The proteins that make up some of the genes have specialized binding structures that make it easier for them to bind to certain substances. Specifically, they have very fine structures that react to peptide chains. Is this explanation too complex? Long story short, there are special substances that react to these creatures. I've been reading the Void Vessel exploration reports, and I've seen some potential candidates that could be the substances I mentioned. If I'm right, they could react with the genes of the fellows to enhance a number of their physical abilities. Don't worry, there's almost no chance of things going wrong.
What's going on? I overheard your conversation with Inez and Keelan. I had my doubts when I started reviewing the records. As you know, not many Descendants use handguns as their primary weapon, and no Descendant would insist on using a handgun unless it was an RK unique weapon. For me, that confirmed the enemy that the Vulgus engaged, mentioned in those records, was Aisha. I've been obsessed with finding Aisha, waiting for the right time to go and search for her. Now that the opportunity is finally here, I've been excluded from the operation. I don't resent Alpha's decision. He's made a wise choice. But I need to ask you to do something. It's now or never. Will you look for signs of Aisha during this operation? It doesn't matter how small they are. I want to see them with my own eyes. I desperately need this.
This is Descendant Eckert. Are you busy? I've been refining the Void Vessel record tracking algorithm at HQ's request. I'll need to talk you through it. Could you spare some time?
Descendants, I did not wish for this to happen. But if I had continued to oppose the use of the Iron Heart, any trust you had in me would have been lost. I had no other choice but to wait for the best moment to effectively reveal my purpose. Descendant, can you guess what my purpose may be, and what the final option is? To ensure humanity's survival? When we were first linked, we both said we needed the Iron Heart. That for humankind, an Iron Heart was a means to close the dimensional wall. In which case, why would a guide need Iron Hearts? To deliver them to humankind? No, Descendants. The reason why I need the Iron Hearts is to ensure their destruction. If the dimensional wall is closed, a much bigger cataclysmic event will occur, as you have witnessed. However, so long as the dimensional wall exists, the energy emitted from any Iron Heart will always draw entities from other dimensions to Ingress. For humankind and Ingress to truly experience peace, all Iron Hearts must be destroyed. This is what the ancestors have passed down to me. The regret of your forebears with the future generation as your only hope. Descendants, now is the time to choose. Please, I hope all of humankind will accept the sacred mission left behind by the ancestors.
Hold on a sec. Are you going to destroy the Iron Heart? That's your true purpose?
If that's the case, the Iron Hearts could have just been destroyed in the first place. She probably didn't know until she saw what happened when we used one. And there's no way Alpha would have allowed it.
It seems there are no other options.
Descendants, I have received the details of your conversation with the guide. I wish to speak with the Descendants regarding the operation. No, regarding the future of humanity. I invite you all to return to HQ. There isn't much time. Destroying the Iron Heart. I'll be honest, it's shocking. However, the only reason I'm still calm, even after hearing all of this, is because the operation to close the dimensional wall failed. The enduring wish of humanity was all in vain. Damn it. However, Descendants, the destruction of the Iron Heart is not a decision I can make on my own. Have you ever wondered why the Magisters continue to assist humankind? Officially, our alliance with the Magisters has its roots in our fight against a common enemy, the Vulgus. However, there is an inconvenient truth. Something which Albion headquarters has classified as top secret. The Magisters want the Iron Hearts for their own purposes. The reason they came to us is because their ambition for the Iron Hearts differed from Corell's. Humankind entered into an agreement with the Magisters to receive scientific technology and resources, finding and delivering the Iron Hearts to them. Closing the dimensional wall was also a common goal, born from the mutual understanding between humankind and the Magisters. But their true aim was entirely different. Which is why, if we destroy the Iron Heart without consulting them, we will no longer have the support of the Magisters. Descendants, humanity is in a terrible position where we're unable to survive on our own. Without the Magister's technology, we can no longer plan for our future. I was afraid we would become dependent upon this new entity, the Guide, when faced with this situation. That is why I rejected the Guide. And all of this is why we cannot immediately destroy the Iron Heart. We are caught between a rock and a hard place. I need some time to collect my thoughts. I also need to discuss this with the Council of Magisters. For the time being, please obey Nell's command and proceed with the operation. Until I return, I would like the Descendants to consider this development and the future of humanity. We'll discuss our ultimate decision at a later time.
Were the commander's explanations confusing? Descendants, I understand everyone will be feeling very confused right now, myself included. However, it just so happens, and since this mission is critical to the White Knight Gulch occupation, I need you to join Valby and Eugen as part of it. In the meantime, the executive officers will assist Albion and Alpha.
Just say the word. I'll find out everything for you. You're here. This is the device with the improved algorithm. I've added a couple of features to the Void radar configuration. Firstly, I've altered the data collection device so it detects certain wavelengths within the coordinates. I've also added a feature to amplify and track RK traces once detected, even the faintest amount. Even if the level of RK emissions drops below the threshold, it shouldn't be a problem, as long as it has been detected. The device will accurately amplify the traces and recalculate their location. It gave me some headaches along the way, but it all turned out okay. Take it to Seneca and that's it. It'll start functioning once he's installed it. What I found most interesting during the development of the algorithm was in order to... Descendant? Descendant, are you listening?
Water will guide us. Ah, there you are! Were you hurt at all? I was... Such a shame about the Ironheart and the dimensional wall. To be honest, I was surprised to hear about our relationship with the Magisters. I thought it was an alliance forged against a common enemy, the Vulgus. I'm starting to appreciate what Alpha said about everything having a price. Anyway, it seems the Magisters have already found 1 or 2 Ironhearts to study. That won't be dangerous, will it? Maybe the real danger will be with this operation. While I was tracking the source of the mysterious gaze, I discovered the location of the base of the Order of Truth. Our mission objectives are to infiltrate the base, find out why the Vulgus forces have been decreasing, and strike the core facilities. There are signs of Eugen's missing medical corps members that are connected to the base. We'll be rescuing and extracting them as well. This mission will be a little dangerous,
but let's make it a success and keep everyone alive. We can do this.
Our first target is a structure overlooking the entire gulch called the Eye of Truth. I've sent the mission details about the target and nearby objectives. Make sure you look them over.
So, the culprit behind the ominous gaze you felt is the Eye of Truth?
Yep. The closer you get to it, the more you feel it stare.
Are you ready to be shocked?
We have to remove the barrier in order to approach the Eye of Truth. I've already checked the pulse in the water to find the targets.
It never ceases to amaze me how useful your arcade is. The enemy's artillery fire and focus on the target.
already checked the pulse in the water to find the targets.
It never ceases to amaze me how useful your RK is.
Are you ready to be shocked?
Are you ready to undertake? Hello, Descendant. I've been waiting for you. When the first, this is a...
Launching void vessel exploration operation.
Everyone, if you can hear me, please respond.
This is James. I'm hurt, but still alive.
I'm alive, too.
Captain, James, Marie, are you all alright?
Everybody, give me an engine support.
Apart from a broken arm, fine.
Close the rib. Up to the down, I'm alive. But James is in a critical condition. He has multiple fractures and he must be healing internally. Alright, let's take care of James fast. Everybody, gather around James. infiltration must be why we can see him regenerating. James, tell me if you feel any discomfort.
I feel a little nauseous and surgy. My muscles are in by themselves. Really terrifying though. Marie, keep your dose on the prostate. Very well, I'm sorry to come there.
Alright, but I can also feel your broken ribs seeping into your lungs. I'm gonna give you an even smaller dose than James. Here, let me see your shoulder.
Oh. I'm glad the captain is alright. At least our captain is unbreakable.
Eddie, that's not funny. You know how worried I am.
Just want to help you relax, Captain. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have known what to do with ourselves.
That's right. And what's important is that we have one less target. You can relax, Captain. You're right. That must be a monster just impersonating James. That monster could be James. Can it?
Marie, Edward, pull yourself together. We have to remain calm.
How can I stay calm in a situation like this? Captain, you saw it too. You saw what James turned into. The same could happen to us. Can you promise us nothing will happen? How the hell are we going to survive the void? I don't want to die. I want to die. I want to live.
Shocking, right?
Captain, I feel weird. Captain, hurry, help me, my body. It doesn't feel right.
Eddie, what's wrong? No! Eddie, get a hold of yourself, please.
I feel so cold. So cold. I can't stand it. I hate the world. I hate it so much. I want to kill everyone. Everyone. I want everyone to feel how cold I am. And my pain.
Look at me. My body. I'm a wreck. Why is our captain okay? Oh, Captain, you didn't take the serum. Captain, you're amazing. You survived even in a situation like this. How does it feel to watch us all die?
Captain, why do you look so sad? Are you happy to survive that whole of it? It feels good, doesn't it? To watch us become monsters.
No, that's not true. Please,